Chris Keys. Now check it out. Before we go any further, please subscribe to the channel. Remember, guys, I'm dropping content almost daily now. I'm trying to keep up with it as much as possible, but I'm giving as much information that you all need for Shopify with your dropshipping business. Definitely want to follow me in my other social media. You might see the links down below this video. And just remember, guys, that I'm going to be giving out prizes weekly. And so you definitely want to follow me on my social media, because that's where I'm going to be picking out random people weekly. Probably every Friday I'm going to be announcing a new person that I'm going to give something to. Maybe it could be a free consulting, maybe it could be a free training, maybe it could be a free coaching, or maybe it could just be money. Who knows? Check it out. Today I wanted to talk about free Shopify themes. Now, this is something that a lot of people may kind of struggle with, especially when you're about to get into Shopify. You might not know what direction to really go with your store, as in how should it look. And, especially if you're a newbie, if you're watching a lot of YouTube videos and before you actually start, one thing that could be a little tough for you is trying to figure out what theme can you use so you can build that type of trust with your customers, so they won't look at your store like, hey, is this like a scam? Is this a fake? That's something that you struggle with. A lot of people always ask me, what's the best free theme to use? Now, in a little bit, we're about to jump into the computer right now so I can show you which theme that I use, and I'm going to show you which theme that I don't use. This was based on when I started back into Shopify last year. I was using a specific theme, which I'm going to show. That was doing okay. I was getting sales, and then I realized that like my sales were just stuck at a certain budget of money that I'm making every day, every day. And I was trying to see if I could scale it, but I wasn't scaling as much as I wanted to. So I started to do research, and I know the product that I'm selling is great. Then I'm starting to see like, what is it? Maybe if I should just change my theme, the way my store look, maybe it will make a difference. I tested out another theme that I end up getting more sales, but I seen another theme that looked very like attractive to the eye of a customer. I mean, that's just how I was looking at it. And as soon as I put in this theme, like, I'm not gonna lie, my store went, all the way up. I made almost 90K with this theme. This is a theme that I've been using even for some students, but now I have a custom theme that I use. But like I said, we're gonna jump into there right now, and so I could show you. Also, it's kind of tough to pick out themes sometimes, because you get into Shopify, you don't look at your store as a customer anymore, because you already picked out the theme, you already put in so much work into the store that you personally, you wouldn't know if your store looks appealing to the eye of a customer. Like for you, you feel like, oh, this is the best looking store right now. You can't see nothing wrong with it. But as soon as you show it to somebody that has nothing to do with Shopify, just a regular customer, as soon as they look at it, they're looking at it like, I would never buy from the store. Sometimes as soon as we get into Shopify, drop shipping, or online business, we no longer look in that through the eye of a customer anymore. We no longer look through that eye anymore. So let's dive into the computer so I can show you what theme that I'm talking about that you could use to probably help out your store more. Okay, so check it out, guys. So this is the theme that I was using when I first got back on Shopify. Now, don't get me wrong. This theme was making me a lot of money. Well, it was making me a good amount of money. Sales was definitely coming in. But this was not the best theme for me. This was actually one of the worst themes. And I usually don't recommend this theme because I mean, this is really my opinion. But I feel like from me moving on to a different theme, I did see a much more better result. And like I said, this was like looking back, even after I merged on to a different theme that was making me, lots of money. When looking back at my first theme, which was this one, and looking how the store was set up, I was still just amazed the fact that people was actually purchasing off of this site, but like I said, the way that Shopify makes this theme look, it looks so so legit. It looks so amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure there's people out there that can make their site look just as good as Shopify is making the examples look on their demos, which is a very nice setup. But for some reason, my store did not look anything like the demo that Shopify, gave. So this, by my opinion, I mean, this was one of the worst things for me to use. And matter of fact, even when I'm dealing with my students, I even tell them, like, move away from this theme, jump onto a different one, because like I said, this one didn't really bring me much results. But out of all of the themes that Shopify had to offer, this by far was the best theme for me, which is the Brooklyn one. We're gonna click on it right now, but the Brooklyn theme brought me the most sales. I was using the Brooklyn theme almost close to the end of last year. Mind you, I jumped into Shopify at the end of 2016, and I was using the first theme that I showed you, and I changed that theme into this Brooklyn theme around, I want to say, maybe February or March, and ever since then, I've been using that. And it was until the end of like November I end up getting into a more custom theme that's been doing even extra good for me. It's not a free thing that you could find on Shopify. This is a custom tailored theme. But this theme right here, if you're just starting off on Shopify, I would strongly recommend this theme right here, the Brooklyn theme. This one did very good for me. I feel like it was very pleasing to the eye as a customer, and it was so easy to work with. It was so easy to work with, as you can see how the setup is, and it brought me a lot of sales for some reason. Like, it could be the most littlest thing that you could tweak on your store sometimes that could end up bringing in more sales. Sometimes, like I say, customers will come inside your store and they will judge it just by the way it looks. They don't care what you're offering. You could be given the best price, but just the way your store looks alone, it could end up determining if your store is gonna be a successful store, or if it's not gonna be a successful store. And from me merging to this theme from my first theme, I see sales just gradually jumped up after I bumped into this theme right here. So remember, guys, you definitely want to, as I always recommend, anytime you getting into Shopify, as a newbie, it's like we no longer think as a customer, into Shopify. You no longer think as a customer, and that's where, things kind of hurt. This is where you need people's opinion too. So as you're setting up your store, when you feel like it's complete, don't be afraid to reach out to other people, or even if you want to reach out to me, I'll check out the store definitely, so you could see or just know what you should do and what you should not do, and trying to get other people's opinion, asking them like, hey, would you purchase from this site? You don't even need to tell them that it's yours. Just say like, hey, would you purchase from this site? And just to see their opinion, you'll be surprised to see what people have to say about the most littlest thing that probably would make them feel like, nah, I wouldn't purchase from this site. So don't forget, guys, you definitely want to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm going to try to drop as much information every day as possible. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. Remember, guys, I'm giving out prizes. I might be giving out free consulting, courses, or even coaching, or even money too, guys. So like I said, I hope you found this information very valuable, and we'll see each other next time. Peace.
I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation.